Welcome to the spoken tutorial on vegetarian recipes for 7-month-old babies. In this tutorial, we will learn about importance of complementary feeding for 7-month-old babies and how to prepare vegetarian recipes such as jackfruit seeds porridge, horsegram amaranth leaves porridge, amaranth black-eyed beans porridge, fenugreek leaves and beans porridge, and kodo millet Bengal gram porridge. Let's begin. During first year, when baby starts crawling and moving, her growth is rapid. The energy requirements of the baby also increases. 6 to 8 months old babies require up to 200 calories from complementary feeds. The quantity of food given should be increased gradually. Also, remember that breastfeeding is utmost important along with sufficient complementary feeding. Therefore, when the baby completes 7 months, start giving half cup of complementary food thrice a day. Half cup is about 125 milliliters or 8 tablespoons of food. By now, the baby is comfortable with various food items, as she started complementary food when she became 6 months old. Now, start introducing a combination of foods to the baby. Note that only mashed and pureed form of food should be given. Make sure that the consistency of baby's food is thick enough and not at all watery. While preparing the baby's food, always use local and seasonal ingredients. Also, remember to add various nutritious powders such as powder of nuts and seeds, powder of sprouted beans, curry leaves powder, drumstick leaves powder. This has been explained in another tutorial of the same series. Do not add salt in baby's food until the baby turns 1. Do not add sugar, jaggery in baby's food until the baby turns 2. Now we will look at a few vegetarian recipes which can be used as complementary food for the baby. Our first recipe is jackfruit seeds porridge. Ingredients required are 15 to 20 jackfruit seeds, 1 small banana or half banana, coconut milk or breast milk, 1 teaspoon powdered nuts and seeds. To prepare jackfruit seeds porridge, wash jackfruit seeds thoroughly. Take these seeds in a steel pot. Add water till seeds get covered. Pressure cook it until 5 to 6 whistles. Take out these seeds on a plate and allow them to cool for some time. Then peel them to remove the outer covering. Next, make a puree using a mixer or a stone grinder. Along with this, peel a ripe banana and mash it using a spoon. Now mix mashed banana and jackfruit seeds puree together. Add 2 tablespoons of coconut milk or breast milk in it. Add powdered nuts and seeds in it. Mix it well. Cook this mixture for 3 to 4 minutes on a low flame. The jackfruit seeds porridge is ready. This jackfruit seeds porridge is rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, potassium, and phosphorus. The second recipe is horsegram amaranth leaves porridge. To prepare this, we will need 2 tablespoons horsegram powder, 2 cups washed amaranth leaves, 1/4 teaspoon of curry leaves powder, half teaspoon ghee. Method: first, soak the horsegrams in water for 7 to 8 hours. After which, put it in a strainer and rinse it thoroughly with water. Let all the water drain out. Now, tie it in a clean cotton cloth and keep it aside until it sprouts. Dry this sprouted horsegram in sunlight for a day or 2. Roast it on a low flame for 8 to 10 minutes. Let it cool. Then Grind it and make a powder of it. This entire process is known as malting. Simultaneously, heat ghee in a pan, add washed amaranth leaves in it, saute it for 4 to 5 minutes and let it cool. And make a puree of it using a mixer or a stone grinder. Next, add 2 tablespoons of water in horse gram powder. Mix it well so that lumps are not formed. Cook this thin paste on a low flame for 6 to 7 minutes. Now, add amaranth leaves puree in this horse gram paste and mix it well. Cook it for the next 2 to 3 minutes on a low flame. Add curry leaves powder in it and mix again. Remove it from the flame and our horse gram amaranth leaves porridge is ready. This porridge is rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and potassium. Please note that one can use any locally available beans and leafy vegetables to make such porridges. Always try to combine beans with various millets and grains such as sorghum, ragi, kodo millet, etc. This combination provides complete protein to the baby. You can either add malted powders of these grains and millets in the baby's food, or you can add cooked millet sprouts in such porridges in mashed form. The third recipe is amaranth black-eyed beans porridge. Ingredients required are 2 tablespoons malted amaranth powder, 2 tablespoons sprouted black-eyed beans puree, and 1/4 teaspoon drumstick leaves powder. Method: for making malted amaranth powder, follow the instructions as explained in the earlier recipe of the same tutorial. Then, take sprouted black-eyed beans in a steel pot and pressure cook it until 4 to 5 whistles. Now make a puree of this cooked black-eyed beans. Then, take 2 tablespoons of malted amaranth powder in a bowl. Add sufficient water in it. Mix it well to avoid lump formation. Cook this thin paste of amaranth powder for 2 to 3 minutes on a low flame. Add the pureed black-eyed beans in it. Mix it well and cook it for 4 to 5 minutes. Remove it from the flame. In the end, add 1/4 teaspoon of drumstick leaves powder in this cooked porridge. And amaranth black-eyed beans porridge is ready. This amaranth black-eyed beans porridge is rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, potassium, and calcium. One can use a combination of the following sprouted ingredients to make such porridges: ragi, sorghum, moth beans, Bengal grams, etc. The fourth recipe is fenugreek leaves and beans porridge. Ingredients needed are 2 cups washed and trimmed fenugreek leaves, 1 teaspoon of ghee, 2 tablespoons of fresh coconut paste, 2 tablespoons of powder of sprouted beans. To make a powder of beans, follow the instructions which have been discussed in another tutorial of the same series. Method: heat 1 teaspoon of ghee in a pan. Add fenugreek leaves and saute it for 2 to 3 minutes. Transfer it to a clean plate and allow it to cool for some time. Then make a puree of it using a grinder or a mixer. Cook this puree on a low flame for a minute. Add 2 tablespoons of powdered beans in it. Mix it well to avoid lump formation. Add a little amount of boiled and cooled water in it if required. Now add 2 tablespoons of coconut paste in it. To make coconut paste, take freshly grated coconut and grind it to the paste. Then cook this mixture for next 7 to 8 minutes on a low flame with continuous stirring. and fenugreek leaves and beans porridge is ready. This fenugreek leaves and beans porridge is rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acid, folate, iron, calcium, phosphorus, zinc, and potassium. While preparing this recipe, do not forget to add grains or combine it with various grains or millets as explained earlier. The fifth recipe is Kodo millet Bengal gram puree. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons Kodo millet, 2 tablespoons sprouted Bengal gram, 3 tablespoons coconut milk, 1 teaspoon ghee. Method: take 2 tablespoons of Kodo millet in a steel pot. Wash it thoroughly. Then add 3 to 4 tablespoons of water in it. Pressure cook it until 3 to 4 whistles. Meanwhile, pressure cook sprouted Bengal grams until 4 to 5 whistles. Then make a puree of it. Heat 1 teaspoon of ghee in a steel pot. Add cooked Kodo millet, Bengal gram puree and coconut milk in it. Mix it well. Cook it for next 4 to 5 minutes and let it cool. Now, Kodo millet Bengal gram puree is ready. This puree is rich in protein, iron, phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, and potassium. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for joining.